Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome to 12 Days of Christmas with Daisie and Christy, the music edition. Day 2 is all about Deck the Halls, and that's exactly what I'm going to be documenting, is the photo of what my house looked like last year, all decorated for Christmas. I am trying, as you can see, not very successfully, to use this cut file from Paige Evans. It's just a string of lights. I do believe it was in her Christmas cut files from last year or the year before. But my plan here is to go ahead and use some Shimmers mist that I have in, I think it's Caribbean Sunset. It's a very lovely red pinky color. I'm going to go ahead and use that and mist it. So when I pick it up, you see, when I pick the cut file up, you can actually see where the white is, right? It's so pretty. I love that. It's exactly what I was wanting. I am going to go back in and splatter with both that same color, a little bit of pink, and then a tiny bit of green. I dry between each one so nothing kind of mixed in with each other, so I didn't get a weird color because that's not what I wanted. But I wanted there just to be a hint of something because it's Christmas layouts. So you got to have green in there in little bits and places. As that dries off camera, I also painted the actual cut file in this really pretty rose gold. It's like an acrylic paint, I believe. I got it a few years ago from Christina, and it actually used to be a paint dauber, but I've ruined the dauber part, so I just used my paintbrush and got it all nice and painted, and it's shiny and gorgeous, and I love it. Simply just going to place that all right back on. And I do try to offset it so you can still see, the whole point of the misting to begin with. Really, really happy with how that turned out. So now I have to figure out where to go from there. This is obviously a middle design because that's where I sprayed it. Wasn't really thinking when I started this layout. I just wanted to see what it looked like. It was almost more experimenting, hoping that it would turn out. And if it didn't, at least I had my string of lights painted red. Was kind of my thinking, but because I liked it, it worked. And that's when I remembered that I also have these wood veneer ornaments that are a little bit thicker than I would probably use in my December daily, but I felt like they would probably work within this layout. So I went ahead and grabbed them and kind of hung them up within the lights. And I love how this looks. The wood veneer and the color of that gold, they match, and it's just so pretty, and I love it. And I'm so happy that it worked out. So now I don't like all the white space, so I'm just going to simply tear it. And I had a couple pieces of scrap on my desk, and I'm like, this is going to work. So I simply used both sides. So this one, I think this is from crepe paper last year, or if it's not crepe paper, it is Pink Fresh Studio. I know that the top part that you see, that is that's crepe paper, but that bottom one, I can't quite remember where it's from. It looks clean and simple enough that I'm thinking it's probably Pink Fresh Studio, but I could be mistaken. But those are what I'm going to use as a little bit of layering. So I trimmed that part. I'm going to place that up at the top. I'm very pleased with how perfectly that matches. It's like the exact same color. And then it's nice because it starts with a little bit of a darker and it fades into a nice light with the little dots. So there's a bit of interest there. And I'm really, really pleased with how that worked. I was a little nervous when I went to tear that. And then I was like, what if this doesn't work? But thankfully, everything worked out just like I wanted. I'm going to add a bit of tissue paper to my photo so it does stand out a little bit. It is, the photo, it's still a focus. You can see it. You can tell it's there. But you might not think of it as the main focus in this layout, which is silly because it's just a single photo. But because I've done so much to this layout, it is quite busy. I do find that you don't necessarily see all the little bits. And this is a very, because it's a shot of my entire area in my living room, there's lots to see in the photo. And I think that is a little bit distracting too, but I wasn't necessarily trying to hone in on everything. This particular photo is scrapped in my December daily, and I just wanted something to just kind of remember what it looked like. We're not in that house anymore, so it's nice to be able to recall what it looked like all decorated when we were there. All right, I think I've got the basis of what's going on. I'm gonna leave this alone and then come back to it another day because I need a little break. This one was giving me some troubles. I have a few pieces kind of figured out. I'm going to add a little tab there, or a tag there. You can see that. And I found these ornaments. Now, these are from crepe paper sticker sheet from last year. And I love these stockings, but I find them so hard to use for some reason. So the fact that there was 3 of them, I have 3 kids, I felt like that worked really well, and I just made them work. And I added another ornament, a sticker ornament, and this Make Merry chipboard or piece of ephemera that I'm covering up so I can place this Deck the Halls, which is a chipboard sticker from this year's Crate Paper line. And that's the theme of this. So I had to get it on. When you see the theme song on a piece of chipboard, you got to use it on the day that the song is on. Just have to. And I finally am going to just simply, instead of writing Deck the Halls again, I wrote Decked Our Halls. Thought that was kind of clever of me. And that is going to do it. So I'm really pleased with how this turned out. It was a bit of a journey. I am using a cut file, but that's not the main focus really, which I'm happy about. I think the ornaments kind of stick out more, and then you kind of see the photo, and then you kind of see the cut file. So thankfully the cut file isn't like bam in your face, which is nice. I like to have a little bit of variance there. Please make sure you head on over and check out what Daisie has done today. I know it's going to be fabulous. And it's only day 2, so you've got 10 more days of us. I hope you're enjoying this little twist on our series. I'm having tons of fun with it. And let me know what you think. Do you like this layout? Is it a little too busy for you? I would love to know your opinions. It's fun to see what other people think, particularly for me, especially, I guess that's the way to say it. I'm happy with it. It makes my heart happy, this layout. So that's all that really matters. But I would love to know what you think. Here's a look at my finished layout. I hope everyone has a fabulous day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!